What happened to this place? I passed through here not more than 6 months ago, and the trees were healthy. The air feels stagnant, too. There can't be many caravan drivers willing to travel the forest in this state. Wait, what's that noise?
We hurried down as quickly as we could, but I see you had the situation well in hand. I'm impressed. Not many people can disperse the spirits of the dead with any ease. That is true enough, though those with your skills often walk with more humility. My manners desert me. I am Lord Yun, owner of this land, and charged by the Emperor himself to keep it safe. You should turn back south to Tien's Landing. This is the safest part of the Great Southern Forest, and even it is polluted with these strange ghosts. I would highly recommend that course of action. This place is not safe even for one of your considerable skills. Wait a moment. You don't look like a pilgrim or one of the poor folk trying to escape Tien's Landing. Would it be out of line to inquire as to what brought you here? Lotus assassins? You have picked a dangerous quarry. Compounding the problem, they likely took him to the Imperial City. Trust me when I say that there is no safe land route to the north. This path is barely passable, and the forest is crawling with ghosts. Even caravans employing skilled warriors have been forced to turn back under these ghosts' assaults. I could only reach Tien's Landing by using my flyer. Acquiring that chart was a hard-fought battle, I can assure you. The Lotus assassins keep a tight rein on those precious documents. From your questions, I'd say you have a flyer at your disposal, which seems unusual. It would take a resourceful person to acquire a device like that, and I believe that resourceful people know how to get things done, especially when properly motivated. Perhaps you could get something done for me. If so, I might be persuaded to foolishly risk the Lotus Assassin's wrath by making a copy of one of their precious maps. You clearly don't understand the value of a wind map. I don't have it on me in this rough camp. If you take that map and I cannot return it to the assassins, I am a dead man already. Threaten me if you will. I prefer a quick death to what they would do to me. I am willing to risk a copy because we share the blame, and you would have as much to lose as I were the assassins to learn of this arrangement. The deal is simple. Find out why my land sickens, why it is home to so many ghosts, and you will have your map. Then you are out one very precious map. Unless my luck changes, then I am also out one forest. You may as well hear the tale of this place before you refuse. Two things threaten the entire length and breadth of this forest. The trees blacken with disease, and ghosts flock to this place like no other in the Empire. I suspect that these things are related and, more importantly, that they're related to a fox called the Forest Shadow. She is a powerful spirit that has long been an ally of my family. Personally, I've had little to do with her. My father and his father before him, however, felt strongly that she should be revered. They considered her the true guardian of this forest. She is a powerful being, one my father considered the guardian of this forest. If this place is filled with ghosts, then I suspect that it is either because of or in spite of her. Just that. She is a fox spirit, and thus one of heaven's tricksters. The fox can take on the forms of men and women, and will often do so to test us. Personally, I don't think they have any right to deceive us, but my father felt that our family's good fortune came from just such a test passed long ago by an ancestor. Some sort of ancient alliance in which she was guardian of the forest, while we owned the land in the world of men. I think something is wrong with the Forest Shadow, and I want you to find her and figure out what is happening. Once we know that, we'll have a clear idea of what we face. I would prefer not, but if it is necessary, do what you think is right. She has been an ally to my family in the past, but I do not hold with the worship of tricksters. Make your way up this ancient trail, and when you come to a fork, take the left path. That will lead you to a temple built long ago in the Forest Shadow's honor. Once there, find my hunter Spearcatch's Leaf, if he still lives. He claimed to remember some sort of ritual that my forebears used to contact the Forest Shadow. You might also want to keep an eye out for some small shrines that are scattered about the forest. Some of them are said to react to magic or charges of chi. I was beginning to think there may be no cure for this place. Your arrival has given me some small measure of hope. Find Spearcatch's Leaf at the temple above and see what he has learned. Your wind map will be waiting when you find a cure.
I will never see my wife again. I know this.
Spearcatch's Leaf. Lord Yun's lead hunter knows this area intimately. I wish you luck.
I just want to go home. I can't shake the feeling the trees are watching me.
I've tackled dangerous animals, but never ghosts.
Leaping tiger. to me!
Tell me something, little warrior. What do you see when you look out here? I am no mere ghost. I am what your kind call a Red Minister. I am more than that. I am known as Bladed Thesis, and I know what brings you here. You seek the bridge to the Zither of Discord. Tell me what you see out here, and perhaps it shall be yours. You do? Were it in my nature, I'd be humbled by your response. You walk the way of the closed fist as well as any I've ever met. I thought to test you, but you need no trial. You are worthy. I grant you the chance to carry out my wishes. If you wish, you may try. It would be more to your advantage to hear me out, though. The Zither of Discord is more than an instrument. It is a magical artifact of great power, though it takes a lifetime of study to master its secrets. Before my death, I performed my greatest composition, preserving me from madness. But the Zither was dismantled before I learned how to fully harness its strength. I do not want you to repair the Zither personally. The test was a way to ensure that you understood why Scholar Six Heavens has to be the one to repair the Zither. The process will kill him. I will ensure that the Zither's discord consumes him. In that moment, I will seize some of his life force, making myself stronger. He talks the way, but he never learned to walk it, thinking that merely reciting my name would be enough. See how he relies on your strength rather than his own? Take the bridge to him and say nothing. Let him bring his doom upon himself. And I will use the magic of the Zither to strengthen you and I both. The way of the closed fist is a way of strength. If you help me, your act will bring forth more discord, more chaos, and that can be turned to your advantage. When fully assembled and properly played, the Zither has incredible powers. You must aid me with a clear conscience, or I cannot aid you. Good. Here is the bridge. Take it to Scholar Six Heavens and teach him the final lesson of the way of the closed fist.
Hold it right there. You didn't honestly think that I was going to let you just walk away with a bridge, did you? I knew you'd find it out here somewhere. You proved remarkably effective at clearing paths, and I was wise to trust your prowess. Now give me the bridge, it is useless to you. What are you talking about? Has acquiring this bridge driven you mad? Whatever, give it here. This will show those stuffy scholars in the Imperial City that I am serious. People will talk for centuries about this discovery. My discovery.
Gullible fool! Six Heavens thought to build his legacy upon mine. Take his silver. Had he truly walked the way of the closed fist, he would have seen his coming doom. Why? You stand to gain nothing. something for my dispersal. Philosophy is the only way to justify our actions. And I had such high hopes for you. It seems I will have to teach you your final lesson the hard way.
Something's on your mind? Yes, I'd welcome the chance. I never really answered your question about how I tracked Gao down. It's not that bad a story if you still want to hear it. I lost the men who murdered my daughter, but there are other ways to track men besides following their footprints, something I know all too well. 8 years ago, when my wife passed away giving birth to Pin Mei, I decided to settle down. Before that, my life was less stable. Curses, you've uncovered my secret. Actually, the truth isn't far off. My wife and I met because we both operated outside the law. Not every girl likes pompous nobles or stuffy scholars. She and I saw eye to eye on many things, including living life to the fullest. You remind me of her. Though she was flighty where you're intense, and she fought with nothing approaching your skill, you also don't burgle people's houses. Not really. She was a wonderful woman, but she was taken from me long ago. I meant the comparison as a compliment. As I followed the trail of various slave trading rings, I started seeing connections. Strangely enough, all of them seemed tied to the Lotus assassins. My question is, since it's so clear Gao is connected to the assassins, could their order have similar associations with the whole slave market? Of course, I didn't know about the direct connection at the time, but I did find some tenuous links to Gao the Greater. By approaching it from the top down, assassins to Gao to slavers, I managed to piece together his involvement and learn the location of his base. I don't have the answer to that, though I'd very much like to know if they support these slavers. My home was not far from Tian's Landing, so I'm certain that it was Gao's men who took my daughter. Meeting you and being given this chance to take the fight higher, I'm glad I chased that bastard down. I know. There's some peace in Gao's death, but not enough. People are still being taken as slaves, and much worse happening in this empire. I won't forget that. This forest was once one of the most beautiful in the Empire. In the past few months, it has grown sickly, and the roads through it are closed. No one is sure if ghosts are to blame for the disease, but they swarm among the dark trees, making travel through the forest next to impossible. Always happy to help. Don't ask me how I know, but there's trouble ahead.
The ghosts attack everyone. They are mad with madness. Thank you for keeping me safe.
I've known a few fellows who sounded like this, and not one of them was right in the head.
You have come from Tien's Landing? You were? This is good. I was going there, but you're coming here instead. I come from the inn, the Pilgrim's Rest. You must take a message to the town for us. Things are very bad. We starve. The ghosts cut us off from everything. But we are still up there. Tien's Landing must send people to help. Many people should come to the inn to help us. They can't let us starve. No, I should return to the inn. They will want to know you are coming. You should come with me. I can take the message down later, and you will be safe from the forest shadow and her ghosts. That can't be right. She is dangerous. You should go to the inn to be kept safe. That's the only way. She is a wicked fox spirit. They are tricksters, all of them. The tricks she plays kill now. You should stay away from her. She hurts us when we leave the inn. Oh, yes, they must be. She hunts us, and these ghosts hunt you, right? Isn't that the same? She's dangerous like these ghosts. We're all afraid of her. I must go back to the inn to tell them. You should follow the path to the right, not the left. Left goes to the temple, and the forest shadow will kill you. Come, the inn is this way.
Something's on your mind? Always happy to help.
Yeah.